Welcome to the Box Over Shots podcast. I'm Main Man Milan,
And I'm your boy Jay.
and in today's episode, it's literally going to be the exact same thing as the last one. We're going to do talking about the NBA Contenders Or Pretenders Part 2, but it's going to be a lot juicier now because we're going 9-5 in this one, and then the next one that we're posting on Wednesday is going to be 4-1, which is like the best version. And then me and RJ, we've been having a lot of fun doing what if Michael Jordan wasn't in the league. It's getting a lot more fun now that I guess we're getting into the later years. So I think we're like in 1992, 1993, if I'm not mistaken. So that's where we're going to start off. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to basketball. So we're just going to get straight into it. If you have anything to say, RJ, before we start this off?
Nah, we're just gonna have a lot of things to talk about. That's all it is. Yeah.
We might talk about the league more than we do Contenders or Pretenders and MJ. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. Okay, so I'm going to let you start off. What's the first thing that you have to say about the league?
So I'll start off. Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna start off with the less crazy one, but Gary Trent scoring 44 points is not less crazy. That to me, right now, I think like we easily won the Norm trade. I think I want to say that. Like so far, 44 points, game winner, like 2 games ago, I think. Yeah.
44 points, game winner, 31 against the Thunder. Yeah.
Oh, and one last thing about the Raptors. Pascal Siakam, don't touch the ball in the clutch, please. He double dribbled, He double dribbled at the end of that game. That's some 10-year-old stuff, bro.
It is so hard to double. It's so hard to double dribble. It's hard to double dribble. And considering the fact that you are an NBA player that was an all-star last year, how are you double dribbling? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm going to talk about the same exact thing that RJ talked about. Gary Trent Jr. 44 points, and RJ didn't mention this, but the second best true shooting game in NBA history, right behind Klay Thompson. Second best true shooting game, right behind Klay Thompson in the NBA history. Missed 2 shots in total. Both of them were threes, and went 8 for 8 from the free throw line. Best true shooting game percentage by far as a Raptor. Gary Trent Jr. is balling. That's when if Kyle leaves in free agency, at least we have some. If say Kyle leaves, we already have Freddie under wraps, and we also have Gary Trent Jr., who's been the best ever since we got him.
We have to keep Gary, man. We have to.
Oh, but Gary Trent Jr. is also a free agent. I'm pretty sure. So do you want an old Kyle Lowry or do you want a younger Gary Trent Jr.? That's a no-brainer, in my opinion. I know that you most likely want Kyle Lowry because it's Kyle Lowry, and he's a better defender, just a better player overall, but you're going to need to let him go eventually. Yeah. And I feel like free agency is going to be the perfect time to do it, considering the fact that you can just give Gary Trent Jr. all the money in the world. Gary Trent Jr. is going to be a good player in this league. The 2 players that I have the most hope for it to be good are Gary Trent Jr. and Talon Horton-Tucker, without a doubt. And now that we're talking about Talon Horton-Tucker, let's move on to the game that I watched the entirety of on Saturday. The Los Angeles Lakers won 126-101 against the super team Brooklyn Nets.
25 points?
A 25-point win.
What the hell? Okay,
KD had 22 and 8 turnovers. So KD has played 43 minutes of basketball after coming back from the injury. He's still rusty. But yeah, 43 minutes in total of basketball and has 14 turnovers in between 2 games, 6 against New Orleans and 8 against the Lakers, which I get. Like I said, he's rusty, so I can't really fault him for that. He's coming off of a pretty scary injury considering what happened to him in the playoffs, that finals actually, that made him miss all of last year. But yeah, he's a little bit rusty. He's still getting his buckets, so it's Kevin Durant. He's gonna get his buckets.
Yeah.
I actually want to talk to you about. You probably saw this. Dennis Schroeder, Kyrie Irving, ejections. Now we finally realized why Kyrie was so mad. Apparently, Schroeder called him the N-word, but that's after Kyrie decided to escalate the situation. Because me and RJ, we were talking about the same exact play. And we were looking at the play, and we see Kyrie tries to go for the steal on Dennis. Dennis is on his way to either the mid-range to take an easy mid-range jumper in which he would most likely hit because he's very good in the mid-range, or take a layup or, maybe throw a lob.
Yeah.
But Kyrie wraps around him and tries to hit the ball. And he does end up getting the ball because the ball ends up out of Dennis's hands. But it's hard with the way that Dennis was moving to not at least hit his hand, which is why, of course, it was foul called because Kyrie hit his hand and then got the ball. Dennis was mad at the referee, saying that Kyrie's been doing it all game. Kyrie was mad at Dennis for some reason. I don't know what Dennis did to Kyrie prior to that. But then Kyrie started to, get a little bit too close to Dennis. Dennis said, damn, whatever. Yeah. And then it resulted in double technicals and ejections. Dennis should not have gotten it. Let's just get this straight. Dennis should have gotten the one technical for calling Kyrie the N-word.
Ejection.
Do not give this man an ejection. Now, Kyrie, on the other hand, maybe deserves the ejection because he escalated the whole entire thing. He pushed off of the ref when the ref was trying to hold him back. And when the ref told him to get out, he turned around to the ref and started, he kept on talking. So Kyrie kind of deserved the ejection. Yeah. Dennis did nothing wrong. Dennis got the foul. He's like, you should have been calling these more, but, he didn't say anything after that. Like I said, he should have gotten the technical foul for calling Kyrie, the N-word. But that's really it. Dennis should not have gotten ejected. Kyrie deserves it 100%. Kyrie then went out on Twitter, which is how we know that Dennis called him the N-word, talking about how the N-word's bad, we're not slaves or whatever. But yeah, not or whatever, because that just seems rude. But yeah, we're not slaves and everything like that. But yeah, I don't think that Dennis should have gotten ejected. But Kyrie, on the other hand, I do feel like he should
have. So for me, I think that what Kyrie did, I kind of think it's an ejection, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, man. It's confusing. For me, I kind of understand Dennis because, in today's NBA, the refs just like throwing people out.
Bro, the refs are on their period in the middle of basketball games. They're on their period, bro. The refs are petty. The refs are petty. The refs are school threats. Okay? The refs are school threats. In all honesty, oh my gosh. The NBA needs to fix the refereeing situation. Like, fix the refereeing situation.
Yeah.
Because at this point in time, the referees have no clue what they're doing. They just know that they're blowing a whistle when they see somebody get tapped with their finger. That's it. That's all they know that they're doing.
And speaking of the refs and stuff, I honestly feel bad for Dwight Howard. I think he got ejected like 3 games in a row, like 2 of them for like nothing. No, one of them was definitely for nothing. The other one was bugging Montrez, so I kind of get it.
I guess, yeah. But of course, Dwight Howard is mad at Montrezl Harrell because Montrezl kind of took his spot on the team. But what happened with Dwight not coming back to the Lakers? Number one, I wanted Dwight back so badly. He was such a big part of the run. Yeah. But it's like, this man jumped the gun so early. He thought that the Lakers were already going to give him the money. And within one day of the Lakers not offering him the contract, this man went to the Sixers. What? That doesn't even make sense. Within one day? That's foolishness. But yeah, the Lakers absolutely blew out the Nets. Kyrie and Dennis got ejected in the third quarter. Yeah, the Lakers absolutely blew out the Nets, 126-101. Andre Drummond proved that LaMarcus Aldridge was like a tiny baby. Yeah, tiny baby. Yeah. Bodied him. Just absolutely destroyed him. But yeah, that's what I have to say about the Lakers game. And RJ, I'm going to give you a game of guess that stat line. And I'm going to say this. After our Contenders Or Pretenders series, the next thing that we're doing on podcast episode on Friday, because we're planning on finishing Contenders Or Pretenders on Wednesday, Friday is going to be guess that stat line. I'm going to search up random stat lines from NBA players. I'm going to see if RJ can guess them.
Okay.
But RJ, this is going to be like the first tiny, the one stat line from yesterday. Yesterday or Saturday, whatever. Guess that stat line 24. Oh, one second. Let me just make sure that I'm getting the stat line right to start it off. Okay. Did they not put him on the Oh, that's shady. Okay. 24, 30, and 2.
Wait, what?
24, 30, and 2.
Is that Andre Drummond?
No.
Oh, is this all time? No, right?
No. This is from the other day.
Who the hell did that?
Enes Kanter.
I knew that. 24 points.
24 points, 30 rebounds, 12 offensive rebounds, and 2 assists.
What?
And on the highlight page, it's not even him. It's Sadiq Bey and Damian Lillard. Yeah, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Andre Drummond, on the other hand, I think had like 22 and 10. So we also did have a good game. Yeah, and his Cantor just Andre Drummond had 20 and 11, Markieff had 14 and 6, and THG had 14 and 11. But yeah, 24 and 30 for Enes Kanter. And I'm just going to talk about something. Paul George ended Isaiah Stewart's life with that dunk. Ended it.
You see Miles Bridges as well?
Oh, no, Miles Bridges that's the best dunk of the year. I'm sorry, Anthony Edwards. I'm sorry, I can't give it to you anymore.
People.
I'm sorry, Anthony. I can't give it to you anymore. You dunked on Utah. Hey. You dunked on Yuta Watanabe. You dunked on Clint Capella, who's leading the league in rebounds and is one of the best shot blockers in the league.
He might be top 5, I think. He might be top 5.
And I was watching First Things First with like Nick Wright, Brandon Marshall, Chris Broussard, or whatever, and they said that that was the best in-game dunk since 2000, and I don't remember what year the Vince Carter dunk was. 2005, I think, or something like that.
Oh, in the Olympics, that?
Yeah, that was the best dunk since that. So that was the best dunk in the last like 15, 16 years.
That's wow.
You know, it's not too far-fetched. It's not too far-fetched. Bro, you cock it back. You actually hit the rim. Your head is far above the rim, and you're dunking on one of the best shot blockers in the NBA.
And Vince dunked on a table, basically. Like
Vince dunked on a sitting duck that just happened to be 7 feet tall.
I mean, it's still a 7-footer. Who cares?
I know. He's a sitting dunk that is 7. He's a sitting duck that is 7 feet tall. Now imagine that guy jumped. If that guy jumped at Vince Carter probably would have had like a career-ending injury.
Yeah.
Because Vince dunked over him. Bro, if he even barely jumps, his head is in Vince's stomach.
Yeah.
And Vince is probably like flipping this way and his head is going to bang on the rim.
Yeah, and Vince's like knees and ankles back then were weaker than Derrick Rose, so yeah.
They were made out of glass. They're worse than Steph's. Bro, Steph in his early years of the league, those ankles were made out of paper.
Got crossed by Brandon Jennings. I just like.
Oh my gosh! And then other like NBA related stuff, Zion hit 38. Jackson Hayes hit a half-court shot against the Cavaliers.
So Zion is balling right now, bro. Holy, he's going off. Yeah.
Bro, I'm so sad that his streak of 20 plus like of games with 20 or more points ended against the Nets. So sad. But yeah, the Lakers really exposed the Nets one weekend, and that's defense and size. Really exposed it. Oh, that's cool. The Jazz are on a 24-game home win streak.
Okay.
They haven't lost a home game. Yeah, 24-game home win streak. Yep.
With no fans, like ridiculous.
Apparently, the Lakers' next home game, they're having fans again. Nice. And the Raptors are starting to bring back fans, but of course, they're gonna try at least. But bro, yeah. I wanted it to be in Canada. Maybe I could have went to a Raptors game. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, Miles Bridges ended his career, and DeMar DeRozan is clutch.
Yeah, I saw a step.
32-point sidestep game. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is like how weird the NBA and like how much Stephen Curry has revolutionized the game. Luka Doncic, instead of trying to take a smarter shot, because I'm gonna go back and see because I know exactly what the final play of the game was. RJ, so you're down by 2, so of course you're gonna need a 3, unless you want to like force overtime and you have Luka Doncic, so you're most likely gonna win it. But instead, Luka runs out to half court and airballs a half court 3 because Stephen Curry has just been doing this his entire career. You have 0.5, so the best thing that you can possibly do, get the ball and just chuck up like an absolute prayer, like you are praying to God that it goes in. But go to half court.
The farthest shot you can shoot with like that amount of time is like a mid range, like from where DeMar was.
Yeah. James Wiseman is sadly injured now, so I'm gonna just name off a list of injuries. So Anthony Edwards or Tyrese Halliburton. If one of them doesn't win the Rookie of the Year, I don't know what happens. But yeah, let me just name off the list of like big injuries. So Harden's still out for another couple days. Wiseman, LaMelo's out for the rest of the season, and considering the fact that the Hornets are going to make the playoffs, down. That's
Like,
not good. That's not good. And then before I list off the rest of the injuries, because we're gonna get into contenders or pretenders soon, the Raptors won. It's kind of crazy. They won one of their biggest games of the years, and it was against the Cavs. And it was considered one of the biggest games of the year for them because the Cavs were one game behind. Don't have your biggest game of the year against the LeBron-less Cavs. No LeBron.
Yeah.
But then this was the Spurs Mavs game was another important one because of course those guys are both fighting to they're both gonna make the playing game, but any win counts, any win matters. But yeah, so we have LaMelo, LeBron, AD, Harden. Let's try to think of some others. Wiseman. More players that are injured. Kevin Love just came back from an injury.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna count this, but Kawhi took load management yesterday. I think that's the first time all year that Kawhi's actually taken load management. First time all year that he's taking load management. He's balling. No load management for him. Kristaps isn't injured, right? Yeah, no. Kristaps isn't injured. I don't know. Right now, I can't think of injuries off the top of my head, so I'm gonna search them up. NBA injuries. Yes, I know that I'm bad.
There was like a billion big injuries this year, though.
Facts. Okay. No, I'm not. I'm not subscribing to ESPN to see injuries. Updated. Oh, Trae Young's out with a calf injury.
Oh, I never heard that.
Oh yeah, Trae Young didn't play against the Hornets, but yeah, Bogdanovich had like 32.
Oh, that's good. Really good. What? Oh my god.
For the Atlanta Hawks, Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, Chris Dunn, Danilo Gallinari, Tony Snell, John Collins, and Cam Reddish are all injured. John Collins is out until April the 18th.
That's half of their team. Okay. What? Oh my god, man.
What? Yeah, Kyrie is just the worst player ever. Dennis Schroeder goes ahead and disrespects him, and now he said that he's out for personal reasons now. It's not taking time off because of Dennis Schroeder. DeMarcus is I think DeMarcus has like the flu or something after he got bodied by Drummond, so that's cool. But yeah, like I said, Harden's out until April the 16th with a hamstring. Tyler Johnson and Spencer Dinwiddie out for the season. Bro, half the team. Okay, so Chicago only has one player out, so they're the best. Trae got a concussion?
Really?
What?
The Nets are a bigger super team than we thought.
Oh.
Because remember, Spencer Dinwiddie's coming back. Okay.
That's next season, though.
Yeah, but like still, they're probably still gonna have them,
Jared Allen is out with a concussion. Colin Sexton has a groin injury. What's happening? Right, injuries like eating everyone. DeMar Murray's out. Shaquille Harrison has COVID-19.
Okay, so everyone's dead. What's happening?
Jeremy Grant has a knee injury. What's happening? James Wiseman is out for the season?
No, he's not. What? No.
Oh, for the season.
What?
Eric Pascal's out until the end of April.
April 10th now, right? Yeah. What the heck?
Miles Turner, TJ Warren is out for the season. Wait, I just found he's out for the whole entire season with the foot injury. Patrick Beverley's out until the start of May. LeBron's out until May the 2nd. AD's out until April the 22nd.
Okay.
Jared Dudley's out until April the 22nd. Good. Jaren Jackson Jr. is out until April the 23rd. There's a little Depot. KZ Okpala has COVID.
Only the young guys. Heck.
Giannis has a knee injury. Peter Tucker has a calf injury. Malik Beasley's out with a hamstring injury May the 9th. Alonzo's out with the hip injury.
What? Okay.
Josh Hart is out until May the 1st. Mitchell Robinson's out until May the 2nd.
What?
What's happening? Al Horford's out for the season because of coach's decision. No,
No. I would leave the team. I would
I
actually leave the
swear
team.
to gosh, if I can like somehow show you this, if you like can see the bottom one,
Yes,
Al
it's
Horford
him.
coach's decision out for the season.
No, I'm gonna have to look that up on why, bro. No.
My goodness, Jonathan Isaac for the season, yeah,
Yeah.
since
Oh,
August
no.
the 31st. Jeez, bro, we got injured in the bubble. My God.
He did. Whoa. What the heck?
I think there's no other big injuries. Marvin Bagley's coming back in 3 days. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think there's
Okay.
any other big. Fred VanVleet's out until April the 13th, so he's coming back tomorrow. That's cool.
Oh,
No. Fred VanVleet's out until April the 14th. Bradley Beal back injury, but that's it. Okay, so now we can move on to contenders or pretenders. I just really wanted to catch up on all the injuries because I didn't know that this many players had COVID. It's all a bunch of young guys.
yeah. I had no idea. That's weird.
Yeah, because Paula had COVID, and then who else had COVID again? Wait, who was an Achilles? Wesley Matthews has an Achilles injury. When?
Wait. Okay, Millie. Wait. Before we go on to contenders or pretenders, can you like, look up the Al Horford thing? Because
Okay,
that's
okay.
ridiculous. The end of season?
No, like he's out for the entire season. Al Horford out for season. It's literally
I
the first
know.
thing. As first reported by Adrian Wojnarowski of ESPN, Horford will officially no longer be active for the team this season with 28 games remaining. However, he will continue to remain with the teammate and train at the facility. So Horford actually chose not to play the rest of the season. Him.
Oh, they tried to blame the coach. Wow.
Yeah, literally says coaches. But yeah, Al Horford said I don't want to play for the rest of the season, but he's still training. What are you training for?
Wait, why did
What are you training
that?
for? What are you training for? And what are you training for?
He's like old now. He's just gonna waste a year. Okay, he's so smart.
Yeah,
Like
he literally just said I don't want to play for the rest of the season. And he was actually putting up some pretty good numbers. He was averaging 14-7.
it's good. Why do you
Okay,
do
so
that, man?
now we can move on to contenders or pretenders. I had no clue. This injury report has actually filled me out of a bunch. Yeah, Shaquille Harrison and KJ Paulo have COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. Maxi Kleber. Okay, I'm just looking through all of this. Like Maxi Kleber has a lower leg injury. Like what?
It's very random. Yeah.
They mean that's a knee injury? Like what's happening? What is happening? Like Jared Allen has a concussion.
What?
He's dead.
Okay, how are there more injuries?
Wait.
What?
Yes. Lamelo's only
Again.
out until April the 25th. He's actually coming back.
Oh, if he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, he better ship. He better ship.
No, I actually do want to confirm that because that's what CBS Sports is telling me. LaMelo injury.
They're lying. I hate
Please.
them.
LaMelo injury report. Wait, what is this? He expected to miss the rest of the season, but this isn't giving me any confirmed stuff. Hornets LaMelo Ball not letting Cass stop him from joining. He's back in pregame warmups. He's the best ever.
Nah, I knew LaMelo couldn't last the whole season without playing.
Yeah. He's too young. Wait,
Yeah.
where is LaMelo Ball standing? Yeah, he's okay. He's set to come back on April 25th in like 2 weeks. That's cool. Okay, so now can we move on to contenders or pretenders, or is there anything else that you want me to search up?
Yeah, that's it.
This has already been a pretty long episode, in all honesty. We might not even. I still want to do the NBA thing, but there's like 4 through 1 next episode is gonna be like hardcore. Okay, so we move. So we finished off on the Warriors and the Bulls.
Yeah.
Okay, we have number 9 Pacers and number 9. Bro, and honestly, I could just sit here the whole entire day, and instead of doing like series, I could just talk about recent NBA stuff. Like the NBA the past week has been so much fun to watch. So much fun.
Yeah.
Aaron Gordon. Oh yeah, by the way, before we officially get onto it, I just there's so much NBA like related stuff on my mind. Number 1, the Jazz are the first team to reach 40 wins, so congrats. And like the Nuggets scored 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that.
Jokic in that game showed no leadership whatsoever. They're huddling up, trying to get themselves back in the game, and Jokic sitting down on the bench away from like he's social distancing times 3. He's like 18, bro. He's like 20 feet away from his teammates. They're trying to get a play set up, and Jokic is just chilling on the bench. You know, kind of what LeBron did in his first year in LA. Yeah.
That's way different, though.
And people were clowning him for it, but then when Jokic does it, no one says anything. I digress. Okay, yeah, but Pacers and who number 9 in the West is like Spurs, Pacers, Spurs. I knew it. Contenders or pretenders. And at this point, I'm gonna they're not necessarily pretenders, but at this point, I'm gonna say from 9 to from what we're doing, I just read that from 9 to 5, we're going Spurs to Lakers. That's a pretty big jump.
Yeah,
but yeah. From 9 to 5, I'm going to say once we get from 6 and up, it's going to be, are they pretenders to not win the championship or are they contenders to win the championship? From 9 to 7, it's going to be, are they contenders to at least make it out the playing game? Okay. So are the Spurs and the Pacers contenders to at least make it out of the contenders or pretenders to make it out of the playing game?
I think both are contenders for that. Out there. Yeah.
Not necessarily the championship, but they're both. I wouldn't necessarily make the Pacers my favorite to come out of the playing game, especially if the Raptors and the Bulls are going to be there and the Celtics are on the playing game. The Celtics are on the playing game.
No way they make it out yet.
I'm saying that I said in my video that the Heat were going to fall into the playing game, but at this point, the Heat are the 5 seed and are. They're only one. The Celtics and the Heat have the same exact win. They say they have the same exact amount of wins. Just that the Celtics have one more loss, so the Heat could very well fall. Actually, if the Celtics win their next game and the Heat lose their next, the Heat are the 7th seed. So that's kind of weird. So the Heat could actually very well fall. Never mind. But yeah, with the way that the standings are looking now, I'd say that the Raptors, if the Raptors do end up making the playing game, I'm saying that the Raptors and the Celtics are my favorite. But it's not like the Pacers are completely out of the picture. Brogdon's having an amazing season. Domantas Sabonis just made the All-Star game for the 2nd time in a row. Did nothing, but he made it, Last year, at least he was known for something, getting his ankles crossed by Trae Young. I feel so bad just absolutely clowning on this man. But yeah, they're not like pretenders to make it out playing game. They can very well slide in as a 7 or 8 seed.
Yeah.
And then the Spurs. What do you have to say about the Spurs?
Yeah, I said the Spurs are contenders here, and I think it's because if it's a close game at the end, as you saw against Dallas, they're going to give the ball to, So they have a go-to guy, yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Don't call me absolutely insane, but if the Spurs end up being the 7 or 8 seed, they go against the Jazz or the Suns. 7 is the Suns, 8 would be the Jazz.
Yeah.
It's not too far-fetched that they could possibly, maybe, because of their coaching, if I had to say that they would be one of those teams, it'd for sure be the Jazz and not the Suns. The Suns have too much leadership.
No way.
It's not too far-fetched that they could beat the Jazz. Not too far-fetched whatsoever.
I understand you. I get you, yeah.
Not too far-fetched. I don't think that it'd be a surprise, but I don't think that everybody would be like, oh my gosh, biggest upset of the year. Oh my goodness, if they beat the Jazz. They have that leadership from DeMar. And in the playoffs, people call him DeMar DeFrozen. So that's good for his legacy in it. They literally have one of the best coaches. They have a top 5 coach ever. Yeah. Popovich has won 1,300 and something games. He wins basketball games. They made the playoffs 22 straight years, but then they didn't make it last year. But yeah, bro, imagine having a 22-year streak snap. I would rage. Because
Kawhi, too. Yeah.
Because Kawhi is the worst. But yeah.
Only because of Kawhi. Yeah.
The Spurs, I feel like DeMar DeFrozen is going to be put to bed. I feel like he's going to be able to step up in the playoffs if they do make it. I wouldn't be surprised if in that Jazz series, he averages 27, 9, and 9. That's just DeMar stuff.
There's no LeBron on the Jazz, So.
Yeah. If there's a LeBron on any team and DeMar's playing against them, if it's the Raptors or if there's a team that is associated with DeMar DeRozan or Kyle Lowry that is going up against LeBron James, they shouldn't even play the series at that point. Like, and I hate to say it, they shouldn't even play the series. LeBron hates the Raptors. LeBron. I don't know why he just dislikes the Raptors. I don't know what they did to him. The Raptors should dislike him, in which they do. But yeah, they're not. None of those teams are pretenders to make it out of the playing game. Yeah. Grizzlies and who was it? Grizzlies and the Knicks. The Knicks fell to the 8th seed. Oh wait, the Knicks were just the 5 seed the other day. RJ, the standings were just 70. RJ, the other day the standings were Nets, Sixers, Bucks, Hawks, and Knicks. That's how we did our ranking, right? Yeah, that's how we did our bracket. They fell to the 8th seed, but they're on a 2-game win streak.
What?
That means that they were just 2 games below 500.
Okay, this is foolish now.
It's because in their last 10, they're 5-5.
So they've won half of their games, which makes it worse. That's cool. That's cool.
On the road, they're 11-17, and they just came off of a road trip. Knicks against their conference are 19-17. Against their own conference.
The East? Really? Like,
yeah.
What?
The Jazz against the West are 18-8.
Whoa.
I want to see what the worst team against their conference is. Timberwolves are 9-22 against the West.
Surprised even
the
one.
Wizards are 8-23 against the East. The Wizards 8-23. Yeah. They won 8 games against the East, which means that they won 11 against the West.
They just need to lose one more game, you know.
8-24. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, I want to see if people knew, you know.
God, you're garbage. You think that they won't know 8-23 plus 1 is 8-24. You're bad. But yeah. Knicks Grizzlies. Give me your thoughts.
Knicks Grizzlies. Okay, the Knicks are definitely not pretenders to make it out the play-in game. Definitely. So they're contenders to make it out. Grizzlies, you know, the West.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same exact thing.
Yeah,
Grizzlies, on the other hand. Okay, let's think about this. The 4 teams on the plane right now: Mavericks, Grizzlies, Spurs, Warriors. Let's see. Okay, let's go. The Grizzlies are finally getting Jaren Jackson Jr. back, so we're gonna be able to see their full potential. But with the lineup that they have right now, maybe if you want to decide to include Jaren Jackson Jr., you can. Are they good enough to beat the Mavericks? No. Do they have enough 3-point shooting to beat the Spurs? Maybe.
Close, but I think they would win.
You think that they beat the Spurs? Okay. Can they beat the Warriors? No. I don't think John Morant will be able to hold Steph. He's a pretty good defender, but no.
Yeah.
They did the Pelicans and the making playing game. Can they beat the Pelicans? No, I don't think they could beat. No. A healthy Pelicans. Can John Morant, and like I said, we're taking this as if Jaren Jackson Jr. is healthy. So let's say they put out their best lineup. John Morant, I'd say Desmond Bane, Dylan Brooks, Jaren Jackson Jr., and JV. Can that beat Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, and Steven Adams?
No.
I'm so disappointed in this Pelicans team, though. 11 seed with that team?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think the Grizzlies are kind of pretenders to come out of the playing game. I'm sorry. I hate to say it so much. But they might be. They might be.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Trailblazers were being deemed the best 8th seed of all time last year, by the way. You know how that went. Won the one game, thought that they were all that, and then Damian Lillard's finger just gets absolutely demolished because he decides to reach in on a pass which are down by 35 points. Okay. Mavericks, Celtics.
Dude, that's so stupid that they're the 7th seed. That's so dumb.
The Celtics especially.
The contenders in the league, just overall now, right?
Yeah. And soon enough, I really want to do one where we give like our top 50 all time. But I feel like that's going to be a point where the NBA actually isn't being played anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so I just want to go to the Celtics. Wait, let me take off my headset for a second. The Celtics are pretending right now.
I feel like the Celtics are actually starting to get it back on track. They're on a 3-game win streak right now. Like
Oh,
I
well
said,
then
if they win one
oh,
more game, then they're the 5 seed.
we have 2 All-Stars and an almost All-Star, and you're the 7
No,
seed.
Kemba's been garbage this year. Garbage, absolute trash. Washed up. Put him in the laundry machine. Washed.
Okay, good supporting cast. Safe off Kemba. Just good supporting cast overall. Like, I don't know. I don't
Jaylen
know.
Brown, who's having a career year. Jason Tatum just put up 53.
Yeah, and 2K lowered his overall. That's cool.
And then you have Marcus Smart, who's a tremendous defender. You have Tristan Thompson, who's a great rebounder. I still don't know why they traded Daniel Tice because Mo Wagner's done absolutely nothing. Evan Fournier in his first game had 0, but he's slowly started to pick it up.
Yeah,
Bro, you paid. Technically, they gave him nothing, but 0, 0.
like he won the trade, but like not by far. Like,
Bro, 0. No. But yeah, the Celtics. I wouldn't necessarily. Okay, they're no matter what. If anyone said that they're pretenders to come out of the play-in game, you're out of your mind. You're out of your mind.
You're ridiculous.
But pretenders to win the championship, I would say them winning the championship is very far-fetched. Like very far-fetched.
Yeah, very.
Like they would like Jason Tatum would need to average 50 and Jaylen Brown would need to average like 30 and 7. Kemba would need to finally start picking stuff up, at least average 20 and 7. At least.
One other thing for the Celtics, like they have Marcus Smart to be a stopper outside, but they need an inside stopper, bro. That's what they need next. That's really what they need.
They run Marcus Smart off the bench though. Like, bro, you guys could be running, and this is a lineup that I'm pretty sure that they've run before. Kemba, Marcus Smart, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Tristan Thompson. That is a tremendous starting 5. You have the clutch scoring, I would say, from Kemba Walker. Sometimes he can freeze up, though. You have the amazing defense from Marcus Smart. You have the career year that Jaylen Brown is averaging alongside his spectacular defense. You have Jason Tatum as just like you need a bucket, give it to Jason. And he's a pretty good defender. And you have Tristan Thompson as your star rebounder. Like, what more would you want from a team like that? Like, that team would have high hopes. That team is a legit championship contender. But instead, I'm pretty sure they're running like Kemba, Jaylen, JT. Like, who's your power forward? Let me go to their last game. The last game that the Celtics played was the...
Oh, yeah, true. Who is that?
Against the Celtics. They run... Okay, so... They're running Tristan Thompson off the bench. Right now, the lineup that they're running is Kemba, Marcus, Jaylen, JT, and Robert Williams. Run that same exact lineup, but replace Robert Williams with Tristan Thompson, who's a far better rebounder. That team is, like I said, that team has very high hopes. So they're running the same exact lineup that I said that they should run. Bro, put Tristan Thompson in that starting lineup. That team is going. The Celtics need to go on like a 7-game win streak, bro. Yeah, like they need to go on a big win streak. They're very capable of doing it. You are completely correct. Wait. We haven't talked about the Mavericks at all. They're kind of disappointing too. You literally have Luka, who just came off of a practical 30-point triple-double season that somehow carried you guys to win in 6 games because the referees have been soft forever and ejected Kristaps because they're cool. Marcus Morris ended up almost trying to break Luka's foot just for him to get ejected like a minute later. Marcus Morris went into that bubble as a legitimate school threat. And with the way that it's kind of crazy how people say that in the bubble, if it was Lakers, Clippers in the bubble, that the Clippers would have beat the Lakers. There was no shot. With the way that the Clippers were playing during that bubble, they blew the 3-1 lead to Nuggets. But say that they don't blow the 3-1 lead, and they actually, say that the Nuggets come back from down 3-1, but then the Clippers win the game 7. You cannot even allow that to happen. Marcus Morris came into there looking at us like a school threat. And LeBron James held down that Lakers team. It's like, no shenanigans. We are coming into this bubble. We want to win this championship. We can celebrate later. Now, of course, J.R. Smith did not have that same exact mindset. His shirt was off 5 minutes before they actually won the championship. Yeah. Literally, it was 5 minutes left in the game. J.R. Smith didn't have a shirt on. But that's J.R., LeBron came into that bubble with the mindset, we are going to win this. If we don't win this, we have failed. And normally LeBron teams, when he's just getting onto a team, it's like you have to wait at least until year 2 to win a championship. But that team just meshed too well. They meshed too well. And they missed out on 3 months of playing with each other. Maybe even 4. Depends on how long the hiatus really was. But like they meshed too well. They meshed far too well for them not to win the championship that year. No team was even remotely close to them, in my opinion.
And LeBron, they couldn't lose that because LeBron had extra motivation because of Kobe. He had ultra motivation, so
Yeah.
he had to.
But yeah, the Mavericks are disappointing as heck.
Yeah.
And if you wanna know what Luka Doncic's stats are, and by the way, this team is the 7th seed, and their best player is playing like this. By the way, in his last 2 games, 29 points and 3 rebounds. I can't talk. 27 points and 9 rebounds. 23 points and 9 rebounds. And for the season, he's averaging a pretty good, but not amazing compared to last season. 28, 8, and 9. And he's in his third season.
That's wow.
What can we say about this kid? Like he's a point guard that's averaging more rebounds than assists. And he's still averaging 9 assists. Well, at least this season. For his entire career, he's averaging 26, 8, and 7. Which is you want LeBron?
Yeah.
You want to see the next LeBron? LeBron for his career is averaging 27, 7, and 7 over 18 years. Okay, Luka in 3 is averaging 25, 8, and 7.
Yeah.
Bro, imagine Luka with LeBron's athleticism at a young age.
Oh my god. That would be
imagine Luka with LeBron's player build and athleticism at the age that he's at right now. Unstoppable.
Like
best player of all time. Best player of all time. Okay. Yeah. Now we finally start to see, now that we're at the 6th seed, because we're going to do 6 and 5, and then who knows? Maybe we do the MJ thing. That would be a longer episode, but who knows? Maybe you guys like the longer episodes. Yeah. But 6 and 7. No, I mean 6 and 5 now. I'm going to try to get through these a little bit quicker now. 6, this is where we see, are they contenders to win the championship or are they pretenders to win the championship? Hornets fell to the 6th seed. Blazers. Hornets and Blazers are both. Hornets are pretenders. Blazers are not necessarily contenders, but you cannot count them out. Yeah. You cannot count them out. Damian Lillard is just different.
Damian's kept them up here, man.
Damian Lillard is like not human. My guy. He's averaging 28, 4, and 7, and half of the season has not been played. Half the season has been played with no CJ. No CJ. And you're still averaging 7 assists. Insane. He is like how many threes has Damian Lillard made? 9 threes? Capped. Damian Lillard's career high in threes is 9 in 2017. 5 times?
Oh, never mind. He's off. He's never hit 10 though? What?
Damian Lillard has 38 games with 40 or more points. As of January the 3rd, by the way. As of January the 3rd. It's April the 12th.
This is so ridiculous, bro. What?
As of April the 3rd. No, as of January the 3rd. Last year. 38 games. With 40 or more. Bow down to Damian Lamonte Ollie Lillard Sr.
That name is still kind of, but like still.
Ollie Lamonte Sr. I didn't know that he named this kid Damian Lamonte Ollie Lillard Jr.
I had no idea. I
had no idea that he named his kid that.
Yeah.
But yeah. We now move on to 5 and 5. I can't even believe I'm saying this. Lakers and Heat. Both of them are the 5 seed. They both were in the finals last year.
It's weird.
But the Lakers are only in the 5 seed for one reason, of course.
I mean, we know the Lakers. We both know they're contenders easily right now.
Big contenders. You're not just gonna you keep LeBron and AD, which is your core. You add on Andre Drummond, and you get on paper a better team. Now, of course, you're losing Rondo. You replace Rondo with Schroeder. You lose. Who else did they lose? You lose Dwight Howard. You get Montrez. You didn't lose anyone. You got Marc Gasol. You kept Markieff Morris. Like your team is still good. Like very good. No, you lose JaVale McGee. Get Marc Gasol. Like the team is still spectacular. And if anyone doesn't think that this Lakers team has enough firepower to beat the Nets, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I
No,
have no.
no. Obviously they can. It's just it's so close this year, but obviously
Yeah.
they can. It's
And
wrong.
I kind of hate it at this point that people are acting like the Brooklyn Nets are like this unbeatable, unstoppable team. No one can beat them. Because if they can handle Andre Drummond, can they handle Giannis or Joel Embiid? You tell me. They don't have their best shot blocker now that Jared Allen's gone. So can they beat Joel Embiid or Giannis Antetokounmpo if they're getting bullied by Andre Drummond?
Okay, for all those people watching who think that they're unbeatable, if they kept Jared Allen, I kind of understand what you're saying. He
Yes.
can lock down anything.
But if they kept
Anything.
Jared Allen, then they wouldn't have James Harden.
Not they can trade other people. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they couldn't necessarily trade Spencer because he's injured, but whatever. No, technically you can still trade injured players. I'm getting off of 2K because in 2K you can't trade injured players. That's dumb. But yeah, if you don't think that that Lakers team has enough firepower to beat the Nets, like I said, I don't know what to tell you. I have no clue what to tell you. They have more than enough. Especially since Kyrie's now starting to come off of a little bit more screens. Like he's coming off of screens more because James Harden is a primary playmaker. And I hate to like call the downfall of certain teams, but say that like James Harden, Kyrie Irving, or Kevin Durant, like one of those guys gets injured. Then the Lakers match up better with the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. Okay, so let's say KD gets injured. Now you have a guy to throw on. So you have either Dennett, you can throw anyone on Kyrie at this point. Because then you'd probably be running a lineup of Kyrie, James Harden, Joe Harris, Blake Griffin, and LaMarcus Aldridge. Yeah. At center, we've seen you can get Andre Drummond on LaMarcus. Yeah. You can run. It's kind of wasting his defense, but you can run AD on Blake Griffin, and I guess you can just like patrol the paint. Now, small forward, Joe Harris, run like KCP on him, in all honesty. And then you have LeBron James and Dennis Schroeder to guard James Harden and Kyrie Irving. Put Dennis, who's a great on-ball defender, on James, who's going to be running most of the plays. Put LeBron and Kyrie. LeBron's fast. You can guard screens. LeBron has literally the best IQ in the NBA. It's close between him and Chris Paul. I'm still going to give it to LeBron. I'm going to get the edge to LeBron.
No, yeah, it is LeBron.
Like, LeBron is the smartest player in the NBA right now. You don't think that he knows how to guard a screen? He's been playing for 18 years. He's 36. Come on now. Pick up on the signs. He's going to guard a screen.
Probably learned a lot, you know?
I don't think that he learned that much, you know. He was playing 18 years in the NBA for what, 3 different teams? He probably didn't learn a single thing.
If you play 7 years, you learn a lot.
Like, bro, you played 7 years, you learn a lot. You don't think that somebody that's played 18 can learn how to guard a screen? A screen.
That's simple. Actually, simple.
LeBron will push down the guy that is screening him. By just touching it, like, bro. And then we have the Heat. The Heat are not. I can't call the Heat pretenders. They're actually contenders. After what they did last year, they're not pretenders. They're contenders for sure. They have that dog. Like you have to think about it. Okay, so the 1 through 10 seed. Let's think about like for both conferences. Let's think about the dog because now we can actually do that. Let's think about like the dog. You know the fight that they have in them. So the 76ers, their dog Joel Embiid. Yeah. The Nets, they don't have one. They don't have a guy that will go ahead and get a technical foul or get ejected to throw the other team off. They don't have that kind of guy. They do not. Just straight up, they don't.
You know Joel does that easily. Yeah.
Joel will do that. Milwaukee, they have Giannis. Giannis would, and they also have PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker will do that for sure.
Easily, yeah, definitely.
Atlanta, they don't have that kind of guy. Sadly, they don't have that. They don't have that.
Oh, yeah.
They had Rondo, who would do that, but not anymore. Miami, they have Jimmy Butler. They have Bam Adebayo. Their whole entire team is just full with a bunch of dogs. They turned Tyler Hero into a dog. Tyler Hero is a white guy that got barely drafted into the lottery. He has dog in him.
That's weird. Really weird.
Did Tyler Hero actually get drafted into the lottery? I think it was like the 14th pick, right? 13th.
Yeah.
Oh, it would have been cool if he wore the number 14 and got drafted with the 14th pick, you know?
Yeah, Klay Thompson did that.
Yeah. 2011 draft. Number 11.
Okay, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah, so he have that dog in them. Hornets, I would kind of, I don't know, Bismack Biyombo, kind of like that. I remember watching that 2015. No, was that 2015 or 2016? 2016 series between the Cavs and the Raptors. where that
Oh,
one
yeah.
weird scuffle went down, in which LeBron, Tristan Thompson, and Bismack Biyombo all ended up on the floor after a jump ball. I don't know what to tell you.
That's
So I
random.
guess you can give Bismack Biyombo that dog on the Hornets. For the Celtics, Marcus Smart, without a doubt in my brain.
Yeah.
The Knicks, I don't know if they have that. Maybe they can make Julius Randle that. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Randall kind of, yeah.
A little bit. For the Pacers, I would maybe give it to Miles Turner. Maybe.
I don't know.
The Bulls, I don't think they have one. Like,
I know. TJ McConnell.
TJ McConnell is that dog. You are right.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Bulls have one though, because the Bulls, Zach LaVine won't do that. Kobe White isn't like that right now. Vucevic is too soft. Yeah, I don't think they have that right now.
Yeah.
But Patrick Williams, when he gets older, he's going to be that dog.
Yeah.
Because that guy is a lockdown defender. And then we now move on to the West. Because like I said, I'm going 1 through 10. The Jazz, that dog. The Jazz, who would that dog be? Is Donovan
like
considered that dog? I don't think so, right? Joe, kinda, but like, will Joe? You have to think about will Joe Ingles to throw the other team off? Will Joe Ingles be throwing out trash talk to other players? Will Joe Ingles be getting himself ejected, getting technical fouls?
Nah.
For the sake of the team,
bug people, but nah.
I don't. That's like one of the main downfalls of the Jazz. They don't have that kind of guy. For the Phoenix Suns, don't even ask me who it is. Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, Devin Booker, even like all three of those guys will. All three of those guys will be like, "Oh, you want to square up? I will square up with you. You will
definitely Chris Paul though.
You will catch this fade. Like your hair will be gone after this." The Clippers, Patrick Beverley. I just remember
every player on the team: Rajon Rondo, Marcus Morris, Serge, even like they're not kind of.
Serge will get into altercations for sure. Marquise Chris. That's all I have to say. Marquise Chris. The Nuggets. They had Torrey Craig.
Yeah.
But then Paul Millsap, veteran that isn't Paul Millsap, veteran that isn't afraid to get a little bit scrappy. The Lakers, it's kind of weird to say this. Jared Dudley is most likely their dog. Dennis Schroeder, Jared Dudley. Sometimes when Montrez is kind of the Lakers have a lot more dogs than I thought. Dennis Schroeder, Jared Dudley, Montrezl. LeBron James can even be that sometimes because he's a veteran that isn't afraid to get his hands dirty. The Blazers, I'm gonna give it to Damian Lillard, bro. Damian Lillard's fearless on that basketball court, fearless. The Mavericks,
nobody.
Josh Richardson.
I was gonna say James Johnson, but not here.
James Johnson's on Pelicans. Josh Richardson, maybe. I don't know. He's like, maybe. For the Grizzlies, would we want to give that title to Ja already?
I don't think so. I don't know.
As a dog, maybe. Yeah, maybe. It's for the Spurs, I'd give it to DeMar. No, DeJounte. DeJounte is their dog.
Oh, yeah.
The Golden State Warriors.
Draymond. Whoa.
And I know that I said I was only going to go to 1 through 10. I have to talk about the Pelicans. James Johnson. Easily. Yeah. Easily. This, I think, is going to be over 1 hour podcast. It's already 1. It's 1 o'clock. And we still have to go do the MJ thing. I guess we'll start that now, right? It's probably going to be a little bit shorter than the normal MJ stuff. You have anything to talk about while I get this stuff ready?
The Raptors are the 11th seed, right?
Yeah.
Right now. Okay, so if you're going to say it for them, then it's Tyler.
Yeah. Okay. We were in 1992, 1993. I'm pretty sure. I really hope that I'm not butchering that. And I don't think I'm able to like go on to the thing and like check that right now.
Like history? I don't know.
Okay, fine. Let me check my history from Friday? Okay. History. I'm literally just gonna scroll. I watched so many. My goodness, all this was from yesterday. Okay, Saturday. Come on, let's just keep on scrolling. Okay, I don't like myself right now.
What are you doing, man?
Where is it? Okay, I see Dennis Hobson. You remember Dennis Hobson?
What year? Oh no, look at the stats.
I searched up 1990-91 Bulls roster. We're in 1990-91, right?
No, no,
And
no.
then
I can
after that, we
remember.
looked up Jazon. I
But
want to go to it, not delete it.
when we looked it up, weren't we saying that was the year before that he was popping off? Remember?
Okay,
So
so I
I don't
just
know.
clicked on Dennis Hobson. We were talking about how if we had him a year earlier, then he would have been absolutely destroying the league. Because remember, in 89-90, he was averaging 16 points.
Okay, so yeah, 91.
But no, but now we have him for this season, and he's only going to average 4. I knew it. Okay, so we're in 1991. We're in 1990, 1991. And our team is looking like Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson. Who's the small forward again? I think it's Dennis Hobson, right? Is it Dennis?
Oh, yeah, we said it was.
Yeah. So Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson, Dennis. Bro, why did Craig Hodges have to retire, man? He was averaging like 10 points per game. He was actually pretty good. But yeah, Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson, Dennis Hobson, Brad Doherty, and Patrick Ewing. That's our team right now. Not bad. Not bad whatsoever. Not bad by any means. So let me search up the 1990-1991 standings. Why is the first thing that pops up NHL? Bro, who cares about hockey? Okay. And we like the Bulls were the first seed. Without team, how many wins do you think we're getting with that team? This is right after Patrick Ewing's 4-block season, in which we said that he would be the MVP.
How many did we have last year? How many wins?
Yeah, I think we said that we had like 63, but we ended up getting bounced out of the second round by the Celtics.
So just sweating.
But this time we're most likely not gonna get bounced out of that round by them. Because the Celtics are the 2 seed and we're the 1 seed. Well, that was in real life, but the Celtics are gonna stay as the 2 seed. So who's the 1 seed? We would most likely be the 1 seed. If we get 62, but then we're losing Craig Hodges, who is better than Dennis Hobson.
I think I'm just gonna say lose 1 game. I don't know. Lose 1 more game. Like 61? 62, my bad.
We're 62-20. In that case, we would still be the first seed because the Celtics won't fit. Please say that like Larry Bird is like regressing at least in 90.
I think he was around here, please.
Larry Bird, please.
Back was dead.
He still averaged 20. He still averaged 20. What?
Bro, he is a bucket. Tony! What is that, man?
He still averaged 20. Okay, now I need to look up that whole entire roster to see everyone's stats. Bro, if we have to face them in the third round, we're wasted.
Hopefully someone like left or something.
1990-91 Celtics.
No, wait. Did Reggie Lewis die already or not?
If he...
I think he died like in 2 more years because he played like 3 seasons or something.
I think he actually died this year. Reggie Lewis. Okay, no, he was still alive. Okay.
Well, that's kind of good as well, you know.
Yeah, their team was. Their point guard is D. Brown, who was good. Tim Hardaway should expose him, right?
Please tell me you didn't. Wait, okay, look him up. What is like defensive stat? Please.
D. Brown in 1990, 1991. It was his rookie season.
Tim.
He averaged 8 points and 1 steal. Tim, expose him, body him. But like I said, we're not actually going up against them right now.
Yeah.
That would be later on. But we're just trying to scout. We're doing our scouting reports. The shooting guard Reggie Lewis. How many? Reggie, I think Reggie averaged like 20 this season.
Please, man.
Reggie died in 1993. So we still have at least 2 more years of Reggie. Reggie averaged 19. Kevin Johnson this season in real life averaged 20 and 12, but we said that he would go down to 17 and 7.
Yeah.
Reggie averaged 18 and 5 with rebounds. 19 and 5 rebounds. Reggie, we saw Larry Bird somehow still averaging 20 with his back being broken. Who's the power forward? I think it's Kevin McHale, yeah. And then we saw Kevin McHale. I think Kevin McHale is like washed right now. Please, he's washed. 2 more years of Kevin McHale. This team was old.
Yeah.
And this year, Kevin McHale averaged 19 points and 7 rebounds.
This is a joke, man.
We said that Brad would go down to 15 and 8. Bro.
No. Robert Perry. I swear to God if he's still doing good. He has to be like 50 by now. Like, Oh no, he played for so long.
There's still 6 more years of Robert Parrish. 6. Robert Parrish.
It's unfair,
Averaged
man.
15 and 11 this year.
What? No. So they had 8, 19, 20, and then you said 15
for 15 for Robert. No, and then, no. So it was 8 for D Brown. It was 19 for Reggie Lewis, 20 for Larry Bird, 18 for Kevin McHale, and 15 for Robert Parrish. Okay, no, one sec. I gotta do something.
Oh no, we have to check the bench as well. Sure.
Their starting lineup alone is putting up. No, okay, now I'm choosing. I'm using a calculator. Fight me. You don't understand. 8, 19, no, 18. 20, 18, 15. Their starting lineup alone is averaging 79 points. But maybe our starting lineup outmatches them. Who knows? Let's check it out. So let's go to 1990 and 1991 Bulls. No one likes the Celtics. They are just bullies because they average 79 points from the bench because they're just the best ever. But for us now, like literally every single player other than Dennis Hopson was not even playing on this team as in their starting lineup. Okay, so this year, what did Tim Hardaway average? I forgot. I think we said that he would be averaging like 17 and 8, right?
Yeah, or like 8, 17.
Okay, so now we're clear. So 79 for them. Tim was averaging 17. We said that Kevin was averaging 17. Dennis was going to average 4. We said that Brad was going to average 16, so it's very balanced. 17, 17, 4, and 16. And Patrick Ewing averaged, we said we were going to bring him down to like 26. Please say that's higher than 29. 1 point higher.
Okay.
That's in all honesty nothing. Okay, now let's look at that team's bench. Yeah, 1990, 1991 Bulls team's bench. Off the bench they had guys like Stacey King, John Paxson. My bad. Will Purdue, because their starting lineup that year was BJ Armstrong, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant, and Bill Cartwright.
Oh yeah, they're winning championships already. Forgot.
Facts. Okay, so let's look at like John Paxson. Please, John Paxson, be averaging at least decent stats, man.
Just 10 points, please.
At least 10. John for his career, he averaged 7, so that's pretty far fetched. He averaged 9. Not too bad.
Yeah. So basically 10. Okay.
So that's 89 points now. So that's good. Plus 9. Yeah. Will Purdue. No, he did nothing.
He averaged like 5 points, I'm guessing, bro.
This is literally his 3rd season in the NBA, and he averaged 4.
He has no potential, basically.
Guy's a garbage, man.
Yes, nothing.
Okay. Now we're going to do Scott Williams and Stacey King.
Her bench is horrible, man.
Scott Williams averaged 5 for his career, and this year he was also in his 3rd season, and his 1st season, and he averaged 2. They're helping for sure. Stacey King at least averaged 7. Oh my gosh, this is his 2nd season in the NBA.
Oh my gosh, please.
He averaged 5.
They're balling, bro.
So our team averages 100 points on the dot.
Wait, only 100 with the starting 5 like that?
Like I'm not adding like the point whatever. It's like I'm just doing 100 points. Larry Bird Celtics, don't be jippers, please. Okay. Let me clear it. Thank you. Okay. 79. So we add the 79 points.
Wait.
Now we move on to us. Please. No, now we move on to their bench. Oh my
I
gosh.
think they had Bill Walton on their team.
No, they
No,
didn't.
right?
They couldn't.
Okay.
If they fight him.
It was probably all Bill Walton, anyways.
And if they did have Bill Walton, they did not have Bill Walton. You're bugging out.
Oh yes.
Your backup center was Stojko Vrenkovic. Their bench was even worse than ours because they had D. Brown, Reggie Lewis, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, and Ira Parrish, right? Off their bench, they had Kevin Gamble, Joe Klein, Ed Pickney, Dave Popson, Brian Shaw. I know that he was pretty good. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go Brian Shaw first.
Probably averaging like 7 and 5.
Okay. Brian Keith Shaw in 1990. Let me scroll down. Bro, Basketball Reference might be the buggiest site ever.
Less than 7 and 5, please.
He averaged 14.
That team was scoring, bro. You're choking.
RJ, they're already at. I hate this so much. This is the worst.
Come on. He averaged more than D. Brown. He was starting.
They're already at 93.
No.
I'm not even adding like the decimal and then the extra. I hate this so much.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Who else was coming off the bench for them? Bro, the Lions averaging 14 off the bench. Ed Pickney.
Okay, so as long as they lose, then we're winning, probably. Like going to the finals at least. Please, man.
Ed Pickney. What's his name? Pinkney. Hate him.
Pink.
Okay, he only averaged 7 for his career. 7 and 5. Please don't have a good season in this year.
No way, right?
He averaged 5. But they're already at 98, though.
Like, what?
What, man? There were 98 points on 7 players. We had 100 for 9. 9.
Basically did that on 9, yeah. You're joking.
Let's go to this man. Let's go backup center. Let's go Joe Klein and Kevin Campbell. Why not?
There's no way they average more than 5 combined. No way.
Joe Klein averaged 3. Okay, so they're at 101 already, so we lost. But let's see Kevin Gamble. I know that Kevin Gamble averaged like 15 in one season. I think.
Please. None if it's this season, bro. None if it is. No way.
He averaged 10 for his career.
Okay. So
his nickname is Oscar. Now, why? He was in his 4th season and he was averaging.
No. Podcast, bro. What do you think you averaged? Just take a guess, okay? Yeah, just
16 points per game.
Wait. Hey. Now it's my turn, okay? Wait, I'll be right back. Now it's my turn.
Guys, he was averaging 16 points per game off the bench. He was 16 off the bench.
The 2 guards off the bench were better than the point guard starting.
He was averaging 16, 3, and 3. It's literally his best season.
We have some good luck, honestly. After that.
RJ, that team is scoring 116 points with no decimals or anything like that. No decimal, whatever number. 117 points.
Wait, how did I win like the championship round now?
Michael Jordan, if you didn't already know his name.
More.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, his name is Michael Jordan. Add the Jeffrey in the middle. We've literally spent the whole entire time just looking up stats on players.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe that becomes the after show. Maybe we don't do MJ. Well, I think we're probably going to still continue this. So we already lost. We lost. We're going to lose.
Just hopefully they lose to someone. There's no way they do, but please.
Okay. So they're standing. So it's us versus the Knicks who were 4 games below 500. We're beating them in 5 games.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we're in the second round. The 4-5 seed is big. Bucks, Sixers. The Bucks have 4 more wins, but we need to actually look at the teams. So let's go.
I think that's City Moncrief. No.
$19.91. Please don't be the best team.
He averaged like 10 steals. Frick.
This man won the first ever DPOI.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Ew. Oh, being the guy that averaged 10 steals, Alvin Robertson's on this team. The team that we're playing against in the second round has Alvin Robertson. Woohoo!
What's his stats? Please.
Okay.
Please.
But their point guard is their point guard is Jay Humphreys. Oh, this team is garbage. Jay Humphreys, Alvin Robertson. They have Adrian Dantley.
Wait, these guys play for the Bucks? What?
Okay, no, so they probably were running Alvin Robertson at point guard then. So Alvin Robertson, because I also had Dale Ellis. So Alvin Robertson, Dale Ellis, Adrian Dantley, Greg Anderson, and Jack Sikma.
This is a super team, man.
Okay, so let's look at point guard Alvin Robertson.
Were they the 4 seed or the 5 seed?
4.
Oh, I thought they were 5. What the heck?
Alvin Robertson, the season average. Please do not be the best season of your career. Why is basketball reference so buggy, man?
I played better on the Spurs. He's definitely like old.
He averaged 14 points and 3 steals, in which he led the league in steals. No, sorry, Tim Hardaway is going to get clapped.
Yeah, it's Tim Hardaway, but he's still going to.
Okay, so there's 14 from. Okay, so let me just add the 14 into the calculator. I'm smart. Okay. 14. Dale Ellis, please don't just be. He averaged 16 for his career. He's going to cook us.
No, he's a godly scorer.
He averaged 20 in the 20 games that he played with Milwaukee. 20.
He's lucky.
So, okay, I guess let's add that 20.
By
the way, our starting lineup average is 79. They're already at 34. 2 players.
Oh! Okay.
Okay, let's go Adrian Dantley. This was his last season. If he...
No, right? No.
He averaged 5 points. Thank God.
Oh, it's not a super team. It's not.
Who's the thing? Frank Robertson, Greg Robertson, Greg Robertson.
Greg, yeah. Probably averaged 1 point. So.
Greg? Is he not even a person?
I swear to God, if he went off somehow, I swear.
Frank Robertson? Because apparently Greg isn't a person.
Selling.
Where is Frank, whatever his name is?
Wait, go back to the team. What the heck?
Yeah, I have to look back at it. I know what's happening.
Is it bugging?
Alvin Robinson's name was Alvin Cyrate. His name is Greg Anderson. We were off.
I said Greg Anderson, your dog.
No, you said Greg whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Greg Anderson. He still had 7 more years. He was probably pretty decent.
Yeah.
His nickname was Cadillac? What?
No, he's probably big. So.
He averaged 3. Yes, we're beating these guys.
This team's horrible.
But then they also have, Jack Sikma. It's a human.
No, Jack Sikma was old here. He won a championship in like 1979.
It was his last season.
Hey, we won. Even if he averages 30, we won.
He averaged 11.
How are they starting these guys?
They're starting round of combined for 53 points.
So we lost.
So we're beating them in 6 games. I don't care. Get them out of here.
Not in 6, 5. I don't care.
I'm only giving them 6 because their defense is stacked.
Oh no, okay. No, the defense is maxed out. I get it.
Okay, but literally, two of their starters were on the last legs. Last season of their careers. How did that team win 48 games?
That's an old team. Old.
They're probably just clumping. Sorry, like I said, that team won almost 50 games. I'm not gonna disrespect the grind. I'm not disrespecting the grind. Okay. So we move on to the 3rd round. For sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
These we're playing against.
So
the Celtics?
huh?
No.
So the Celtics would beat the Pacers,
Yeah.
and that means that they would go up against the Pistons.
Pistons. The Pistons win
1990.
the championship this year. Please.
Okay, 19.
Please. They better.
90,
They better.
91, and we're literally only doing this season. This has been such a lot of podcast.
Yeah.
Please. No, did they win the championship?
It was 89, 90.
No. They lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Bulls, in which MJ won his first championship. Because if MJ goes to the finals, then he won the championship.
Yeah.
They're plus 350 to win the championship, so they had like the third best odds.
Oh.
But they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals against MJ. No, I just remembered. Well, no, we want this team to be the Celtics, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's Isaiah Thomas. There's no Joe Dumars. Oh, never mind. There is. Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Mark Aguirre, Dennis Rodman, and Bill Laimbeer.
It's the same team. You're joking.
How many points does this team score?
So I know Isaiah probably averaged like at least 17.
That's a wrong Isaiah Thomas, man.
You're bad.
This Isaiah bad. Thank you. Zeke, the baby-faced assassin, Tuss pocket magic. What?
I get Zeke because I've heard that before.
16.
I don't know why.
He averaged 16.
Okay, so close to 17.
Joe Dumars, I'm calling it. Joe Dumars averaged 20 this season. I'm calling him.
No, I don't think he was balling like that after. I'm guessing he averaged 12.
He still had 8 more seasons, by the way.
Okay, so he didn't average 12 already.
He averaged 20. Literally 20.4.
So sweating.
Let's go Mark Aguirre. I still don't know how that Celtics team was able to put up so many points.
That's ridiculous.
Mark Aguirre. I always thought that Mark Aguirre was 2 Gs. Oh yeah, and Mark Aguirre is he has 3 more. He only has like 2 or 3 more seasons after this. 3. But he's still averaging 14 points per game. 16, 20, and 14. Between point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. Think about this. The Celtics, point guard, shooting guard, small forward, 8, 18, and 20. 16, 20, 14. 8, 18, and 20. 20 plus 18 is 38. Add an extra 8. That's 46 between the top 3 of the Celtics. 16 plus 14 equals 30. And you add 20. That's 50.
Okay, well,
between the Pistons.
Well, we know Dennis is going to score a light 5. So that's done. If he scores like 10, then I'm actually leaving. I'm actually leaving.
Dennis Rodman this season averaged 8.
What? Oh, I thought he scored way less. That's weird.
Okay, so now we're going to go to Bill. The guy that likes to drink beer. Bill Laimbeer. 3 more seasons left, which is good. We like that. We love that, mate. This year he averaged, please don't be an offensive shiver.
No way, right?
He averaged 11. But we have to think about that team's defense. That is literally one of the best defensive teams ever. They only scored 67 points within the starting lineup, by the way.
Yeah, but, they're known for defense.
Yeah.
Them just punching people,
No, they actually scored 69 points. Because I accidentally put 9 instead of 11. That's cool. But this has been such a long episode, RJ. This is
Celtics. I feel like the Celtics beat them, but it's close because the Pistons still have close.
Wait, the Celtics beat them, then we don't win.
Yeah, so that's pretty good,
I would actually have to say
what time is it?
1:30.
We've been here for an hour and 30 minutes.
I'd say Celtics in 7.
Oh, so else? Wow, this is great, man.
Celtics beat the Pistons in 7.
And they beat us in 6?
Beat us in 6, yeah.
Yeah, 6, yeah.
So there is 6 or 7 years, no MJ, no championship for the Chicago Bulls. Pog. Patrick Ewing, you need to drop 37 points next season. Okay. Well, that's gonna wrap up the podcast. This was such a fun one to make. With everything that happened in the NBA, Contenders or Pretenders was so much fun to do. And just looking up all these old school stats, man. It was fun to do. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy our, what is this, 6? Yeah, it's number 6.
Yeah, 6. Yeah.
7 and 8 will both be coming this week. So
yeah,
one step closer to episode, the Big 10. It was big.
It's kind of big, kind of.
If you guys did end up liking it, make sure you guys drop a like. You guys should comment, you guys should share, you guys should subscribe. I really do want you guys to comment because we would love to hear feedback for other series because Contenders or Pretenders is almost over. But yeah, is there anything that you want to say to close it out, Jerry? RJ?
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. We certainly enjoyed making this, and yeah, peace.
These are always so much fun to make, guys. Like, they're so much fun to make.
Yeah, no, they're really fun.
Just sitting down for like an hour, especially since we have so much time during April break. We are in no rush whatsoever. Like we could, if we really wanted to, we could spend the hour and whatever doing this every single day, but we need to kind of keep the content fresh, and it'd be really, really hard to constantly think of new stuff for the podcast. But who knows? Maybe during the summer break we do like a month where we literally post like, I don't know, like more than half of the break. But who knows? That's just a thought. If you guys did enjoy, like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.